Ooh, ooh. Don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it, don't play with it. Spend a day with it. I just wanna know if you're playing me, keep it on the low. 'Cause my heart can't take it anymore. So if you playing me, please don't let it show. Oh, baby. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? What is up, ladies and gentlemen? I want to welcome you to the No Cap Podcast on August the 16th. A great Saturday. How are you guys doing this wonderful, wonderful Saturday? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Oh, man. Hold on. Let me go to the main scene, man. Yo, what's good, homie? Hey, what's good, Zavery Rare? What's good, big dog? What's up, Dwan? What's good, homie? Corey Massey, what's good, nigga? JC, what is up? Lady Gamer, a.k.a. Ice Queen Gaming, a.k.a. Dawn. How are you doing? Oh, man. Listen, the vacation was amazing. It was amazing. We went to Orlando. You know, paid for this expensive ass fucking Airbnb mansion ass shit. Hey, let me tell you, you niggas that be living in mansions, something is wrong with y'all niggas. Something is wrong with y'all niggas. Ain't no way. There is no need for all that room, bruh. None whatsoever. None whatsoever, nigga. What the fuck do you need 20 rooms for in a single house, nigga? Like, what's the point? What's the point? I don't get it. At that point, you just a nigga that never had shit and just like, yo, I'm gonna go buy the biggest thing I can find, nigga. Like, nah, I'm good, dog. I'm good, brother. I'm good. But it was fun, though. It was fun. Nice time. I was with the entirety of the family. Nigga, that trip, I'm gonna tell you what that trip was. That trip was us drinking heavily on our way there. Then when we got there, drinking even more. Let me tell you, man, I have some drunks in my family. I love them to death. Love my family to death. But them motherfuckers drink like a sailor. They drink like a sailor, dog. I don't even understand how a human can consume that much alcohol, bro. Yo, I'm gonna tell you, they fucked me up too. Hey, they fucked me up too, right? So they gave me some shit called Ray and Nephews. I had never drunk no shit like that. Keep in mind, the majority of my family is from the islands, nigga. So they are all across the Caribbean, my nigga. They gave me some shit called Ray and Nephews, and that shit fucked my life up, nigga. I was just up there, bruh. I was so drunk, dog. Like, I was like, bruh, you ever just shut the fuck up and just start seeing your thoughts, nigga? Like, that shit was crazy, bro. That shit was crazy, bro. I just started seeing my thoughts, nigga. I was like, yo, what? I was like, nigga, what the fuck? Bro, I am never drinking Ray and Nephews again. I'm lying. I definitely drink Ray and Nephews again. Ray and Nephews brought me to a special place, nigga. No, I was up there rethinking life, nigga. Yo, This shit was, dog, when I say this shit was wild, bro, and it was smooth too. So it wasn't even a bad tasting fucking liquor, bro. It was a really smooth liquor, but when that shit hit you, whoo, boy, that shit hit you. But it hit me like a brick. Like, at first I was like, man, nothing. Dog, we was playing drunk Uno, bro, and that was the worst fucking possible thing that I could do. Nigga, drunk Uno is retarded, dog. That game is designed to kill whoever's playing it. I'm convinced of that. Whoever invented drunk Uno, they created that shit to kill whoever's fucking playing it, dog. I'm talking about, man, bruh. They had some cards where you could just make up some shit. Like, literally, just make up some shit. If you get this card and you drop this card, nigga, you could just make up some fucking rules, nigga. And every rule, bro, was like, all right, the whole table gonna drink. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, god damn. Whew. Oh, and the stacks was crazy. The stacks was crazy because they had this card, right, where you could either take 4 cards, right, or take 2 shots. And I'm like, nah, nah, nah. So I'm like, you fucked either way, bro. You fucked either way, bro. Either you digging into that fucking deck, eating up all them cards, or nigga, you getting drunker and drunker and drunker and drunker to the point where, nigga, by the end of the night, bro, everybody was just kind of coasting, dog. We was just kind of coasting, my nigga. Like, dog, I felt like I was floating up the stairs, bro. I was floating up the stairs, nigga. I was in room 7, nigga. And I'm just, like, I had to plot a course, nigga. Bro, I've never held on to some stairs for dear life, nigga. Bro, I held on to them goddamn I'm gonna tell you, the only problem I had with this trip, right? It was the trip was like a week, but the only problem I had with the trip is that the water in the fucking house smelled like shit. I shit you not, bro. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the water in fucking Kissimmee. I have no clue, but that water was stank as shit, dog. Bro, I was in there taking a horse bath with Zephyr heels, bro. I was like, bro, there's no way I'm putting my body in this shit. The water smelled like pure ass fucking, it smelled like toilet water. I shit you not, bro. It smelled like toilet water, bro. I was like, nah, nigga. Like, cause my skin is already sensitive, nigga. There's no way I'm hopping in this shit to smell like fucking well water, nigga. Like, I'm cool. I am cool, bro. I'm talking about beautiful ass house. House looks amazing, bro. I'm talking about house looks amazing. I'm talking about made me want to start investigating to buy one of these motherfuckers, dog. It's in a super nice neighborhood, but the neighborhood was fucked up, bro. I'm talking about, dog, I wouldn't move over there because most of the houses over there is Airbnbs. I'm like, nah, nigga. I don't want to live around a whole bunch of temporary visitors, dog. I'm cool with that, bro. I'm cool with that, dog. Bro. Oh, yeah. See, Corey? Corey know what the fuck I'm talking about, dog. Corey knows what the fuck I'm talking about. I swear to God on my life, dog. That water smelled like ass juice, dog. I am not kidding, bro. I'm talking about house is beautiful, bro. Shit got like four fridges in it, nigga. Big ass TVs everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Shit was nice. Shit was nice until you went in the bathroom, dog. Until you went in the bathroom. Bruh, that water in Orlando needs to be banned, bro. Like, they need to really fix that shit, bro. Water should not smell like that. It should not fucking smell like that, bro. Like, yo, I would never drink the tap water, bro. I would never drink the tap water in Kissimmee, dog. You probably gonna die. You probably gonna die, dog. Like, it ain't as bad as the shit that was in, like, where was it, Michigan or some shit like that? Wherever the water was, like, brown and shit. Nah, the water looked crystal clear. It just smells, it smells like sulfur is in the water, dog. Nah, dog, but listen, man. Listen, man, that shit was a journey, bro. But the thing is, we was on a trip with, like, there had to be at least 30 people that was there. Everybody, dog, I'm talking about full families with a whole bunch of kids. I learned something that I didn't realize in my own house, right? So in my own house, bro, when you in your own house, bro, it feels a lot different, like with your kids and shit, than when you're on like vacation, right? And what I noticed about all the kids, because it was me, my kids, and then it was my brother, his kids, it was my cousin, her kids, and then it was like my grandmas, my aunties, and you know, they boyfriends and shit like that. And it was just like, yo, it was crazy, bro. When I say it was crazy, dog, I'm not used to being around that many people, bro. But I kid you not, I don't think they used to being around that many people either. Bro, we was in the house, bro, and everybody was segregated into their different sections, bro. So me, my brother, my cousin, you know, they boyfriends and girlfriends and shit like that, we was all in one place. The kids, they was all upstairs in the game room and shit, in the fucking theater, nigga, just being weird, dog. Cause to me, dog, I'm sorry, I gotta call it, bro. It doesn't matter if it's my kids or whatever, dog. Kids are weird nowadays, bro. Like back when we was kids, nigga, we was all outside playing and shit like this, bro. This shit was different, bro. I'm talking about the kids are so antisocial nowadays, bro. It seems like a fucking illness. It seems like more of an illness to me, right? But I look at it like motherfuckers just don't really want to be around people like that, right? But no, it felt weird, bro. It's like, how do you go on vacation to do exactly what you would be doing if you was home? Right? Do that make sense? Do that make any fucking sense, bro? That's the shit that had me looking at it like, yo, what in the hell is going on? Like, what is really going on, bro? And I was just looking at the scenario and I'm just like, yo, what is this, bro? I'm talking about they all just disappear into this one room, and then when you go in the room, you would think that in that room they're like playing and having fun and shit like that, right? No, you go in that room and they all on their phones, bro. They all on their phones, bro. I'm like, yo, what is this? It wasn't no different. It wasn't no different. So my wife was there, and guess what she was? Up in the fucking room watching fucking YouTube. I'm like, bro, come on, fam. What are we doing, bro? How the fuck are we on vacation but nobody's vacationing? Everybody is just doing what the fuck they would be doing if they was home, nigga. I left my PlayStation at the house. I'm like, nigga, I'm not bringing my PlayStation for what? Nigga, I'm not going on vacation to be on the fucking PlayStation. Like, what are we doing here? But I did bring my little Ken Hank emulation box. Right? It's a little Ken Hank emulation box to play like old retro games and stuff like that. I did bring that. Right? Because nigga, I was out there playing fucking Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Playing fucking Super Contra and fucking Mario Brothers 3, nigga. That's what because when I figured that this is what the fuck is going on, I said, all right, fuck it. But when the grown folks got together, nigga, we got together and it was fucking awesome. It was probably super awesome because we was fucking drinking, nigga. We went outside and started fucking racing, bro. Well, let's not say, let me not say me, nigga, because I wasn't racing nobody, nigga. I'm watching these drunk motherfuckers run down the goddamn, running the back of this, because it was like, how can I explain it? The pool was outside, then you go out the little door, and then out the back, it was like, I don't know, like a little walkway that went around, I guess, the property, or what would you call that shit that was out there? It's a backyard, but it's not a backyard. There's a lake back there, and it's a fucking sidewalk where you can see all the different properties there. I don't know what the fuck they called it, but niggas was out there just fucking running and shit, you know what I'm saying? But it was a pretty great experience, man. We did have a lot of fun, bro. I felt like we spent a lot of fucking money eating. We spent a lot of fucking money, bruh. I ain't never seen so much money spent on food in my life. A lot of which I don't even think got ate. A lot of that shit didn't even get eaten. I'm like, yo, yo, it was a fun ass vacation though. It was a fun ass vacation, man. Like I can't even front, bro. It was needed. Let's just say that. It was a much needed vacation. And, you know, it was, I don't know. It was, bruh, when I say I was tuned out, I was so tuned out, bruh. Like, I ain't really give a fuck about what was going on across nothing, about no socials, no video games, or none of that. Nigga, it was just a sit back and relax. Just relax. And I don't even feel like it was even that costly, to be honest with you. I think I spent probably a whopping $1,200. Wow. And this was for me, my wife, my youngest son, and my daughter. I think I spent like $1,200 overall. And I'm like, but there was a whole bunch of people. So I think that's why the cost was so low, because we were split it between so many different people. Anytime you get a group of people born in the 80s together, add some drinks and some good food, it's gonna be a movie. Oh yeah, it definitely was a movie. It was a movie. Nah, but again, like I said, I think the Ray and nephews, I think that shit brought me back to reality, bro. It let me know that I didn't know that the devil was out there like that. I didn't know the devil was out there like that. And it's funny because my cousin, who drinks a lot, she was like, yeah, you don't want to fuck with the Ray and nephews. She was like, cousin, I'm telling you, I drunk that shit and I felt like I had to go to the hospital. And I was like, man, it can't be that serious. It can't be that serious. Yeah, it is. It definitely is that serious. But anyway, that's my vacation escapades, you know what I'm saying? And y'all have to forgive me because I've had some Don Julio and I am feeling like extra great right now. And I also got me some, what is that, Tito's, and what the fuck is that in that bottle? I know it's the Remy. What the fuck is Terramana? A new drink? That shit look like the fucking Tito's. Anyway, whatever. It don't matter. I bring the portal on vacation for those days when Florida has those flash rainstorms. Last week was a lot of pop-up storms like after 5 p.m. Listen. Right now, I am on 1 cup of Don Julio. That is not bad. As a matter of fact, I'm complete. I don't feel drunk or anything like that at all. I don't feel inebriated in the least. I feel very articulate at the moment, right? I am going to get to the topics expeditiously. And we're going to have a ceremonious podcast today. All right. Yeah. Sure, I just made some shit up, but just roll with it. Just roll with it. We're going to get there. So in me scouring the internet, right? And not really. I'm lying. I didn't scour the internet. I've just been listening to a lot of stupid shit that just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And, you know, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. But Xbox guys, you guys, come on, man. Come on, man. Just let it go, bruh. I don't know why these folks can't just enjoy their games, bro. Just enjoy your games, dude. Like, they always have to make it that much better. Like, if you don't open your mouth, like, nobody knows the stupid shit that's gonna come out, right? But if you never open your mouth, we never have to experience and endure the dumb shit that comes out of your mouth. And I just can't for the life of me understand, why would you purposely make yourself sound why would you purposely make yourself sound like you don't know what the hell you're talking about? Or just make yourself sound like you're extremely fucking dumb. That's what I can't for the life of me understand. I've been trying to figure this out. And one of the main people who, for some reason, every time some shit that sounds really stupid is said, this person just happens to be a part of whatever the dumb shit that's being said is, right? And when I say that, it's the broomstick guy. He said something that made me just sit back and start reflecting on life, dog. I said, bruh, it can't be this bad. That's all I was saying. I was just like, it cannot be this bad, bro. Just bear with me for a second and just listen to this shit and tell me if this makes sense to you. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna just let the whole thing play out.
And for a lot of people in this chat, blue versus green, it matters. You know, console war talk and conversation matters. It still does. I think the console war is over. You heard me say this yesterday. Not only do I believe it's over, I believe Xbox won. Xbox won because of what I said yesterday, and I'll reiterate it for the class that wasn't here, that took the day off. They won because right now, 6 of the top selling games in Sony's top 10 are Xbox games. That's how you win the console.
And that right there, that, you know what? I said I wasn't going to stop it. Let me start again.
Are Xbox games. That's how you win the console war. Can't beat them, join them. And they did join PlayStation.
What? Now hold on. I've heard some stupid shit in my life, but this takes the cake. This takes the cake. If you Xbox won the console war. If you can't beat them, you join them. What? Yo, make that. Hold on, make that make sense. I was just listening, like, yo, where do they make these niggas? What type of factory creates this pure fucking stupidity, dog? I was just like, what? Now, listen. Let's take what he says at face value, right? And I hate to take it at face value because it's just that fucking stupid, but let's pretend. Let's get on the fucking imaginary pretend train and let's pretend that what he said made any logical sense, right? How is it that Microsoft's acquisitions of studios is an Xbox win? He said 6 of the top 10 games are Xbox games. That was his first mistake, because no, sir, they are not Xbox games. They do not belong to fucking Xbox. Now, if you said that they are Microsoft games, then cool, because then you're being rational and you're being honest about the situation. But this nigga said that they are Xbox games. Bro, stop putting Xbox in the mix. Xbox ain't got shit to do with this. Xbox is probably going to be the deciding factor for Microsoft to be like, fuck all of this shit, nigga. We don't even need this dead weight. Because Xbox ain't making them the money. Xbox ain't giving them the bragging rights. Hear me out here, right? Hear me out here. Why is it that the only time Xbox, when we speaking about Xbox, or we're speaking about quote unquote, y'all can't see the bunny ears, but they're coming. When we're talking about Xbox games, the only time you can talk about numbers is when you mention in PlayStation. You don't see the problem with that? You don't see the problem that when these games weren't on PlayStation, they got zero recognition for selling anything? And the only thing you heard was people who played it, not people who bought it? That's number one. The one I will give them credit for is Forza, because that has always been an Xbox game. No argument from me. That game is doing swimmingly on the PlayStation. But you gotta understand where the problem is with your logic. The problem with your logic is you're bragging about PlayStation game or Xbox games selling on PlayStation, but you could never brag about these same games selling on Xbox. No, seriously. Why is nobody having these conversations? You're bragging about Xbox games selling on PlayStation, but you cannot brag about these same Xbox games selling on Xbox. Secondly, you're bragging about PlayStation making 30% off of something that they didn't put nothing into. Meaning all they were is a fucking storefront. Nigga, that is like Walmart bragging that Great Value is selling better than a Target brand in Target. Nigga, you're paying Target to be in this store. Target has to do nothing but house your products. Those same products aren't selling in Walmart. I'm only using this as an example to say none of this makes sense. You're bragging about something selling in a different place than the platform that it's for. You're trying to say they won the console war by selling their games on the opposing console, which makes the console that you prefer look absolutely stupid and unmeaningful. It makes the console that you praise look like a waste of time. So let's be logical here. When Microsoft finally says, yo, you know what? We're doing so well over here on PlayStation, there's no reason for us to be making this box anymore. The fuck are we making this box for? We losing money on this bitch. But all the while, y'all are saying that Microsoft won, that Xbox won. What did they win? They didn't win in getting people to switch over from PlayStation to Xbox. They won in people who already owning a PlayStation now having access to the games that were not on PlayStation. That's the win? Is that the win that you're looking for? Is that really the win that we're going to talk about here? I don't understand these people. They are bragging about games from their platform selling better on the opposing platform that makes their preferred platform look meaningless. I don't even understand it. And it's like, at what point do y'all turn around and be like, yeah, Yeah, this isn't good. Because if Microsoft is winning, then hell, I guess Atari is winning too, right? Like Atari got games in the PlayStation Store. Right? Sega got games in the PlayStation Store, right? Take-Two got a whole bunch of games in the fucking PlayStation Store. As a matter of fact, that Mafia game sold 50% on fucking PlayStation. I guess Take-Two won, right? Like Take-Two won, bro. Take-Two won, bro. Take-Two, out of 800,000 copies that were sold, somewhere around that, 50% of those copies were on the PlayStation platform. Take-Two won, bro. And let's not even talk about GTA. GTA won, bro. GTA is like the highest selling fucking game on every fucking platform. GTA won, bro. Take-Two won. Rockstar won, bro. I don't know what to tell them. I really don't know what to tell them. Absolutely, Black Bleach. Yo, facts, Corey. Facts. Fucking facts. Pure factimonium. Pure factimonium. Not even a word, but it is now. Factimonium, nigga. Pure facts. Madden 26 and college football won. I don't know what they won, but they won. And they won on the PlayStation platform. What up, Craig? Mr. Craig, the tech guy? How do you do, sir? But listening to Mr. Broomstick talk this weird talk that he doesn't even believe, this is crazy.
For a lot of people in this chat, blue versus green, it matters. You know, console war talk and conversation matters. It still does. I think the console war is over. You heard me say this yesterday. Not only do I believe it's over,
who won?
Xbox won.
Word.
Xbox won because of what I said yesterday, and I'll reiterate it for
go ahead. Tell them how they won.
Took the day off. They won because right now 6 of the top selling games in Sony's top 10 are Xbox games.
Boom. Boom. It's over, bro. Xbox won because they sold more games on PlayStation, bro. They sold more games on PlayStation, bro. Xbox won, bro. Even though 5 of those 6 games would have already been on PlayStation. Even though 5 of the 6 games would have already been on PlayStation, they would have been on PlayStation anyway. Yo, and here's where it gets so interesting to me. This is where it gets so interesting to me, right? 6 of the top 10 games on PlayStation are Microsoft games. They're Microsoft games, right? That are on PlayStation. That gives you every reason to not buy an Xbox. So if those games are available on PlayStation, they're available on the platform that you want to play them on, what benefit does that give Xbox? Microsoft. What benefit? That only means that you have to share revenue instead of taking in 100% you have to share revenue with PlayStation. And you know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of every other third-party publisher in the fucking world. You're cheering Xbox being a third-party publisher and performing better on PlayStation than they did on the Xbox. The games they perform better on PlayStation. What did you win? You're bragging about Call of Duty being a top-selling game. Now, ask yourself, before Microsoft spent upwards of 80 to $100 billion to acquire these studios, were those games on PlayStation already? Were they? Yes. Yes, they were. The games are performing the way they always perform. The only problem here is that now Microsoft takes on all the fucking debt. There was a transfer of responsibility where PlayStation still gets the game, still makes their cut, and don't actually have to invest anything for marketing. They don't have to give one fucking dime. And they are making whatever percentage they have worked out with fucking Microsoft in regards to this game. So Microsoft took on all the debt. Microsoft took on all the responsibility to be able to turn some sort of a profit. Microsoft took on all the development costs. Microsoft took on all the advertising costs. But for what? Just to be like they're at the top of the PlayStation chart? That was what they did all of this for? So they could be a top selling publisher on PlayStation with games that have already been on PlayStation? Doom already was going to be on PlayStation. Indiana Jones already was going to be on PlayStation. Hellblade always was going to be on PlayStation. These games were not cultivated by Microsoft or Xbox in any way, shape, or form. Those games were already going to be on PlayStation regardless. The only outlier here, which I will give them credit for, is the Forza Horizon game. So, but aside from that, nothing else. So you're bragging about games being on the PlayStation charts that would have been on the PlayStation charts with or without Microsoft making billion-dollar purchases to put their name on it. Microsoft paid to take acclaim and success of already established IPs. So, round of applause? I don't know. What do they want? Clap? Microsoft won the console war by putting their games on PlayStation, says Broomstick. Mr. Broomstick said Microsoft won the console war by not making their platform or their brand more popular, but by putting their games on PlayStation and having those games be a success for already established IPs. Congratulations, Mr. Broomstick. Congratulations, brother. I think you played yourself. But let's hear him out one more time. Maybe if we hear him a third time, it'll make absolute sense.
And for a lot of people in this chat, blue versus green, it matters. You know, console war talk and conversation matters. It still does. I think the console war is over. You heard me say this yesterday. Not only do I believe it's over, I believe Xbox won. Xbox won because of what I said yesterday, and I'll reiterate it for the class that wasn't here, that took the day off. They won because right now, 6 of the top selling games in Sony's top 10 are Xbox games. That's how you win the console war. Can't beat them, join them. And they did join PlayStation. And
and that's how you win the console war. You can't beat them, you join them. Nigga, what? Bro, I've never seen somebody contradict themselves faster than Mr. Broomstick. Mr. Broomstick has a special, unique ability that should be in the fucking X-Men Academy, bro. I don't even know what type of mental gymnastics this shit was. Like, to be honest with you, I don't even know what the fuck to call this. I don't know what to call this mental gymnastics. I don't know what to call it. I don't know what to call it, man. I don't know what to call it. This nigga said, and I believe that Xbox won the console war. What up, El Matador? Xbox won the console war. And I'll say it again. 6 of the top spots on the PlayStation are Xbox games. So Xbox won the console war. Because if you cannot beat them, you join them. So they didn't win? I mean, I don't know what you're telling me here. Corey says top 10 on PlayStation Store right now. Oh no, this video has to have been from like maybe a week or two ago. I know the exact chart that he was looking at, and it was 6 games from I guess Microsoft or whatever. So I know what he's referring to. I just don't know why he thinks that this is a win. That's the one thing that I don't understand. I don't know why he thinks this is a win, but I understand and I do know what he is referring to. And based on what Corey just posted, the top 10 on PlayStation Store right now is Madden 26, College Football 26, Mafia, 2K 26, Ready or Not, MLB The Show, FC 25, FC 26, Apex, and Rainbow Six Siege. Oh yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. What do you mean, Sick? Don't you always win in football when you score the fewest points? Yeah. Yup. According to Broomstick. One more time and I'm leaving this. Because fuck this.
For a lot of people in this chat, blue versus green, it matters. Console war talk and conversation matters. It still does. I think the console war is over. You heard me say this yesterday. Not only do I believe it's over, I believe Xbox won. Xbox won because of what I said yesterday, and I'll reiterate it for the class that wasn't here, that took the day off. They won because right now, 6 of the top-selling games in Sony's top 10 are Xbox games. That's how you win the console war. Can't beat them, join them. And they did join PlayStation. And for a lot of people...
Can't beat them, you join them. Boy, what the hell? Boy, what the helly? What the hell? What the helly? Look at this. Just look at this. Just look at this. This shit, dude. This is terrible. This is terrible. Dude, there's no reason to even have this 13.47%, bro. Like, just get rid of this shit, dog. Stop making games for Xbox, bro. Like, stop it. Oh my god, look at this shit. Look at this. What the fuck? Yo, Ninja Theory, dog. Stop. Ain't listen. Let me not even speak too soon. Somehow this shit be working on y'all, but I'm gonna tell you, y'all buy this game, y'all will regret it. I don't give a fuck what you're playing this shit on. I don't give a fuck what you're playing this shit on. I am so cool on this fucking game. I'm good. Not gonna fucking happen. Not gonna fucking... I've never been so bored in my life playing a video game, dog. Playing this game. I don't give a fuck what you do to it. There is no amount of FPS that's gonna save this game. There is no amount of fucking resolution that is gonna save this game. There is no amount of trickery, fuckery, or I can't even think of another word that there's no amount of marketing that would make me buy this fucking game. I played this shit and I damn near fell asleep. I was already sick and this game made me sicker. This game made me sicker, bro. Like, I'm cool on this. Nigga, shout out to Ninja Theory. Let them get their second wind or at least get some sort of fucking sales on this shit. But I'm good. I am so straight, bro. I've never been so straight on a game in my fucking life, dog. Nah, I'm good. Oh, man. Sean Layden has made the headlines again. Boy, every time this man talk, they are clipping him up to push a narrative. They are clipping him up to push a narrative. So I am pretty sure that there is more context to what he is saying, but the things that's going to get the clips is when he says something in regards to the state of Xbox. He says, shout out to Cosmic Hero. He says, sup, sick in chat. Y'all are having a good week. Listen, absolutely. Hope y'all are having a good weekend. I'm having a great weekend. But speaking to GameIndustry.biz, Layden said there will certainly be more console generations to come, but Microsoft may not be part of that story. Watching what Xbox has been doing recently, I do get Dreamcast flashbacks. He said, referencing how Sega got out of the console business after the Dreamcast and became a software company. I think Sega realized that they were just better off being a software house. I think Microsoft is in that same sort of fork in the road, and I don't think their hardware offering is persuasive enough to make up the ground they've lost. So, this is only a small portion of, I'm sure, of what he said. But the fact that he said anything in regards to Microsoft and them possibly not being in a console space, this is what's getting all the attention. I'm pretty sure that there's much more to it. I'm going to go look for that article. I'm going to go look for this article because I know this couldn't have been the main fucking focus, but every time they talk to him, they always speak to him in regards to whatever Microsoft is doing. Like, this man don't even work for Microsoft. Hell, I don't even get why they keep clipping up what he's saying in regards to PlayStation. He no longer works for PlayStation, bro. Like, he doesn't know the inner workings of that regime at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's like... That's like Biden offering you up something about what the fuck is going on with Trump in this White House, bro. He has no inside information, bro. He has no information. But, you know, again, I think a lot of the time when people do interview with people, they do these interviews in a way where they can get something salacious to talk about. I think that's the whole point of them even talking sometimes, is that they're just trying to nitpick for something to push a narrative, right? And why they would even be pushing this, that dog, they don't have to even, you don't even have to ask him about this. Just look at what the fuck is going on, bro. Microsoft raised the price of a console where they're not even in good standing with the people. They are not doing well enough to be like, yo, we're gonna raise the price of this bullshit ass console. Because you could raise the price all you want. All that's going to do is sell more PS5s. Because A, you have a cheaper PS5 that shits on the fucking Xbox Series X, which is their quote unquote mid-gen refresh, right? And then you have the PS5 Pro, which shits on everything Xbox and only costs $100 more. Well, with the price changes, it might be more. It might be cheaper to buy a fucking Pro. He was mainly talking about the service subscription Game Pass and how it's not working and bad for gaming. Yeah, and once again, it isn't good for gaming. You don't need to ask Sean Layden this, though. You don't even need to ask Sean Layden this. You could just look. Just look around. You don't need to get confirmation from Sean Layden on if Game Pass is good or bad. Everybody who I see say that Game Pass is good, they say it's good because they don't have to spend money. So to a consumer, anything that is cheaper for a consumer, they're going to say is good. But ultimately, being cheap for the consumer doesn't make it good for the industry. It doesn't make it good for the industry. Not at all. Again, it put game developers in a position where a game that they might have that might be like a breakout game or something like that, they have to sell themselves short to make any sort of money, which is on the game developer, right? Be proud of the work that you do on the game, or don't do the fucking work at all. That's what I take from it. You know what I'm saying? Be confident enough in what you produce to go out there and take that risk. To be able to throw yourself out there and say, hey, this is a game that I poured my heart into. You know, I think this game is worth the $19, $20, $29, $30, whatever it is that I'm asking you for. You know, I'm not going to put this in the service because, again, I would then be taking much less than I believe my game is worth. It would be easy enough for developers to do that. But honestly, in this climate, it's getting harder and harder to be a game dev. And the reason why I bitch about Game Pass and how it hurts the industry is because you'll see the effects you'll see the effects. You'll see the quality of games that's being developed. You'll be seeing the types of games that's developed just so that they can fit into this service. You'll see all types of changes that are made that will ultimately swing the hobby that we love into a direction that we don't want it to go into. I know I don't want it to go into that direction. I mean, look at the one thing that I fucking hate now is just all of these clone games. All of these games that are just clones of each other. Shout out to John Baptiste. He say they put Microsoft Corporation as a publisher on 6 of those games, but they only publish one, which is Forza Horizon 5. They bundle COD with PS5. Enough said. Absolutely 1000%. But we see the changes and we feel the effects of what happens when you're sort of kind of forced to take the money that is offered. You know what I mean? Because you might have spent X amount of time developing or publishing this game and, you know, you just don't have, you know, the money to be able to maybe market it at this point. You know what I'm saying? That's why I respect all the developers that be like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to put my shit in Game Pass, like the Baldur's Gate people. I respect that 1000%, bro. They didn't devalue their game by putting it in Game Pass. And although you got people out there who say that that's anti-consumer, nah, you shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck. I so hate the word anti-consumer at this point, because there's real things that are anti-fucking consumer and your motherfucking ass ain't saying a word about it. But because you can't get people's software for damn near next to nothing, that is considered anti-consumer. No, fuck you. Fuck you and everybody who think like you. Fuck all the people that, you know, sit up here and praise Game Pass and all of this shit just because they want to be cheap. Because while you're cheapening and lessening the value of the games that we fucking love, and you're fucking up the industry from the inside out, right? You got real people who really fucking play these video games that are looking forward to playing these releases and things like that, where all of these releases aren't doing nothing but getting longer. You know what I mean? And it's getting more tight development wise, because games are never going to get cheaper. Games are never going to get cheaper. Just like if you're renting, your rent ain't going to go down. It's going to go up. It's going to go up. You're never going to have a situation where your landlord be like, you know what? This year, I want to make less from you than I made last year. You're never going to fucking get that. You're never going to get that. And in an industry that is so stagnant on price as games are, it's crazy that y'all won't just go out there and purchase these games. Look, I'm not telling you to purchase something you don't want. I'm not telling you that at all. If you don't want the game, don't fucking buy it. If you feel like it's not worth your money, don't fucking buy it. But playing a game in a service that you're not willing to fucking buy, that tells us exactly what your motives were from the beginning. It was never about the quality of the game. It was just that you didn't want to spend money on the game. And we got way too many of those people in this hobby. Like, seriously, you don't have to play video games. Video games are not like something that you're entitled to. Video games are a luxury. If you think that the video game industry and the cost of games are way too fucking high for you as a consumer, get into a different hobby. Go get into the fishing hobby. Get into the race car hobby. Go get into some other hobby than fucking games. Because all y'all motherfuckers, boy, especially y'all stupid ass influencer. I hate you influencers, bro. I'm going to be honest with you. I hate y'all. And y'all never influence me to do anything other than hate y'all. That's the only thing y'all are influencing. Let me tell you, especially the VR. I fucking hate VR influencers. I remember I seen this one VR influencer. This nigga was crying because the company didn't want to send him a game for him to review, as if they were obligated to do it. As if they were obligated to do it. And also, I don't trust y'all anyway, because if you feel like you're entitled to get a video game, I know you will sell your review. You'll sell your review for a copy of the game. So you take the little bit of power that you have been given because you might have amassed a little bit of a following, and you use that to extort developers for fucking codes? just so you could play the game? And again, if you are to that point in your life and in your influencer career, if all it takes is for them to give you a game, for you to give them a great review, imagine if they threw a little money your way. Imagine it. Imagine what you would do if they treat you like the stripper that you are. Imagine the things that you would say if they tell you they want to make you a part of their review team. Imagine the things that you would say. I don't trust reviewers. I don't trust influencers. I only trust me and whatever it is that I think about these fucking games. I don't need somebody to tell me what I should and should not buy. I don't need a service to cherry pick the games that I can play based off of a subscription service. I don't need any of that. Nor do any of you. Nor does this industry. If the only way it's feasible for you to play a game is through a subscription service, then that means this is not the hobby for you. This is not the hobby for you. This means that you need to move out of this hobby and move into something else. You need to move into something else. I'm sorry. I'd love to see this industry flourish, but I know this industry is not going to flourish by going the way of cheapening and lessening the value of games, by going the way of Netflix, by going the way of Spotify or Napster or whatever, by going by way of these subscription type services. The industry is not going to get better. The music industry did not improve because Spotify came into play or Apple Music came into play. Movies didn't get better because Netflix and fucking Hulu and HBO Max got around. No, we saw probably the worst decade of movies coming out after all of this streaming shit has came into play. Like, movies have generally just been getting fucking worse anyway. But now that you have to fit these movies into some sort of subscription service and you have to front the investment for that shit. Man, you know how many bogus ass movies is on fucking Netflix? You know how many fucking foreign films they do badass voiceovers of those fucking movies and put them in fucking Netflix? Do you know? Just look at the movies at the movies. Look at the movies at the movies. Nobody really wants to invest in this shit because not a lot of people even want to fucking pay for it. So why in the fuck would we want gaming to turn into what Netflix is? Why would we want gaming to turn into what Apple Music and what fucking Spotify is? Why would we want movies and music to, why would we want gaming to go down the road of movies and music? Why would we want that? Because I keep seeing people, or I saw people saying before that Game Pass was the Netflix of gaming. Did y'all think that was like creative and that set like a positive precedence for fucking gaming by saying that? Like, what the fuck did you think that made people who saw that statement? What did you think that made them think? It's crazy. I just picked up Thunderbolts and Sinners, watched Thunderbolts, already going to watch Sinners a little later. I got Thunderbolts. I haven't seen it. Sinners, I seen it. I don't know why people thought that movie was so good. That'll be a conversation for another day, but I don't know why people thought Sinners was such a good movie. As a matter of fact, it was really relatively fucking stupid, and it got even worse by the end. But I digress. If you liked Sinners and you think that Sinners is a good movie, cool. Cool. Yo. Oh no, man. We gotta have a conversation about that one, Mary. I don't know what to tell you about that one, but which part of it was cool? Was it the part where the guy, you know what? I ain't gonna spoil it, man. Go ahead and see that. Go ahead and see that for sure. For shiggity. All right. So again, Sean Layden is back in the news. Everybody seems surprised at his take on Microsoft not possibly being here in the future. Nigga, they are going to be out of here. It doesn't matter. Let's turn this one on.
But image quality is substantially... PS5 Pro has largely identical tweakables to PS5, with matching shadow resolution, draw distance, and other variables. But image quality is substantially better, with a sharper, more 4K-like resolve. Internal counts come in just a touch above PS5, but the actual resolved image looks far superior. I think PS5 Pro is using PSSR here instead of FSR. PS5 Pro in balanced mode runs at a locked 60 FPS in my testing, except for a couple of minor drops. It's an excellent turnout, and performance mode is still an option for players who want a higher refresh. Series X is less exciting. Here we're getting a basically equivalent experience to PS5, with identical settings and image quality, at least in my testing. Performance is mostly a match as well, though it does have a tendency to stick a 33 millisecond or 50 millisecond frame in the mix sometimes. PS5 Pro has largely identical tweakables to PS5, with matching shadow resolution, draw distance, and other variables. But image quality is substantially better, with a sharper, more 4K-like resolve. Internal counts come in just a touch above PS5, but the actual resolved image looks far superior. I think PS5 Pro is using PSSR here instead of FSR. PS5 Pro in balanced mode runs at a locked 60 FPS in my testing, except for a couple of minor drops.
Weapons. What was Weapons? I'm drawing a blank on what that movie was. Weapons. Let's see. What the fuck is Weapons? Weapons 2025 film, mystery horror film. Weapons is a 2025 mystery written, co-produced by blah 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 blah. Its plot follows the seemingly inexplicable case of 17 children from the same classroom who mysteriously run away on the same night at the same time, have been apparently abducted by an unseen force. Weapons was released in the United States by Warner Brothers Pictures on August 8, 2025. The film received critical acclaim and has grossed $120.7 million worldwide. Okay. I will look into this movie because I love horror movies. Horror and sci-fi is my shit. It is my shit. Stephen King's It ripoff. Well, here's some news, right? And I'm kind of glad I ran across this Digital Foundry clip because that was one of the topics that I was going to talk about today, which I haven't really heard many people actually talking about, but I'm curious. Right? So, Digital Foundry purchased themselves out of the grips of IGN. So, here's the thing. Like I told you, the way that Digital Foundry reports things, it makes them look like a source that should not be trusted. It makes them look like an unreputable source because you can see a clear bias, you know, when they talk about certain things. And I don't know if that's because of their parent company. I don't know if that's because they actually have a bias, or I don't know if it's just a money thing. But I am curious to see if their reporting is going to change now that they have become an independent structure. So this is going to be interesting, to say the least, to see if they change. Because look, my thing is, I don't care if you say negative shit about PlayStation. I don't care if you say negative shit about Xbox. I don't care if you say negative shit about PC. But I want you to keep the same energy across the board. I don't want you, like, all of this shit where they do PC versus PlayStation, but then don't do anything with Xbox, and then they'll have Xbox versus PlayStation if it's something that benefits Xbox or something like that. Like, no, keep the same energy. Do everything across. There's no such thing as neutral, JC. Not even for Oliver. And I think Oliver is probably the most rational out of all of them, because the little weird nigga with the glasses, he doesn't even really like games of today. He likes retro shit. Like, he doesn't even care for none of this shit that he be talking about, but it's his job, so he got to do it. The other dude, Alex Bugaglia, whatever his name is, he is extremely biased to PC. He doesn't really care about Xbox, but he will use Xbox against PlayStation because for whatever reason PlayStation fucked his mom or something. I don't know what to tell you. But there is no neutral. There is no neutral. And then the old guy, which always seemed extremely crazy to me, Richard Ledbetter, I don't know what the fuck happened to him. Like, Richard Ledbetter has been around for a very, very long time. I'm talking about, I used to see him in the old E3 shit. Long ass time ago. I'm talking about years and years ago. And for some reason, like, now, it's just like, I feel like if you can't be fair about your judgment in something, then you just shouldn't be doing it. You're not doing anybody any favors about lying about PlayStation or lying about Xbox or even lying about PC. It's one of those things where you should not be talking technical jargon or talking about anything that concerns somebody purchasing habits if you're not willing to be fair and unbiased, or they shouldn't be accepting any sponsorship to talk about anything. Because when you accept money to talk about something, usually you negate the negatives about it. And if there's something negative about PlayStation, I want to hear about it. You know what I mean? If there's something negative about Xbox, and if I owned an Xbox, I would want to hear what is negative about it as well as the positive. Don't just tell me the positive. Don't tell me things that make me look at it in a good light. And then when I get it, I don't understand why you would have recommended something like this, right? I feel like if you're going to be in the space of talking about what is good, what is right and wrong when it comes to technology, I don't think you should be taking sponsorships. You should not be taking money from PlayStation, Nintendo, or Microsoft in order to make videos or make content about their devices that they're selling to people in the public. Because if you were to listen to some of the videos and some of the takes that they have on these videos, you would think that the Xbox is just this top-notch device. And it just isn't. It just isn't. Do y'all realize the only time Xbox usually even gets close to PlayStation 5, not even the Pro, the only time the Series X get close to PlayStation 5 is when it's one of these games that Microsoft bought. and nobody says, well, their developers are the ones developing it. Like, nobody makes that distinction. Nobody says that. Everybody's looking like, oh, you see, Xbox is performing much better. Like, no, nigga. The fuck are you talking about? Again, when it's these third-party games that PlayStation has no dealings with, it's just these people that's doing it, they always come out better than the fucking Xbox games. When it's something that's Xbox sanctioned, when it's one of their games, when it's like Call of Duty has been the closest it has been in years to PlayStation now that Xbox owns it. But it's not because the Xbox version got better, but it's because for some reason PlayStation has just gotten a little bit worse. Something to bring it more in line. And it seems that nobody says anything about this. No, I'm just like, yo, this is crazy, bro. But whatever. Whatevs. Boy, this game here, dog. I'm so mad. I kind of want this game, but I don't want to play no game with no fucking horses, bro. I don't want to be riding around on no goddamn horses, and I really don't. Oh my god. Against my better judgment, I'm probably gonna buy this game anyway. But I hope these horse sections are just not an integral part about this fucking game. Now, y'all tell me why. Y'all tell me why. Why is it when it's these third-party games and we get into these quality modes and stuff, PlayStation is always on top? Always on top. And not the Pro. This is just the regular PS5. But every time it gets to a game that Xbox, well, not even Xbox, but Microsoft owns, it's different. It's different. Same hardware. It's different. This game runs so much better on the PlayStation 5 that it's not even funny. It's not. This is actually pretty fucking sad. No. See, Full Sweat Try Hard. Full Sweat Try Hard. Listen. You're trying to give me the technical education on this. What you have to understand is I'm not looking for the technicals of it because I know what it is. Because I know what it is. It's not even the technical aspect, because if you take that into account, then every game should run better on the base PS5 than the Xbox Series X. And that's usually the case. That's usually the case until it's a game that Microsoft is responsible for developing for the PlayStation. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. When it's third-party games or PlayStation first-party games, great results. When it's Microsoft, that shit be up in the air. They be trying very hard to not make the Xbox Series X look like a crazy piece of shit. A crazy piece of shit. No. Listen. Don't believe that for 1 second, Full Sweat Try Hard. It has nothing to do with technical limitations. Nothing at all. Listen, if games like Hellblade and stuff like that were developed in tandem and were developed without Microsoft at the helm, it would have ran and performed much better on PlayStation. It just would have. Let's see. What the fuck is this? Dog, why do they be taking the shittiest screenshots?
Or a burst of effects might take the DRS longer to adjust than expected, causing a lost frame. This affects Series X as well, but in Series X's case, a few more lurches and hitches are on record here. Traversal spikes, as Senua moves between areas, take us into the 50s on rare
Bro, this is
occasion,
crazy.
and again, heavy effects work is apt to drop more frames. Still, this is well within VRR range for those with displays that support it, and for those without that feature, you're still getting a very robust experience at 60 for the most part, but do expect these occasional dropped frames. There are general visual advantages to running on Pro hardware.
Oh, I saw it,
notably
Ice
in
Queen.
image quality.
I saw it, Ice.
Compared to base PS5 or Series X, the overall resolution range is increased for PS5 Pro for a start. This applies whether you use TSR or PSSR. The DRS range is the same. The performance mode runs at between 720p to 1200p on Pro hardware, up from the 10.
Okay. Look at these numbers. Look at these numbers. Just look at the numbers. And don't think about anything else. Just look at the numbers. Just look at the numbers. They are... This is crazy to me. Just look at this and tell me how much sense this actually makes. How much sense this actually makes. Slightly. Now, full sweat try hard. Please tell me that you don't think that this is purposefully done to not make the Xbox Series X look like the piece of shit that it is. Crazy. Fucking crazy. But I digress. Obsidian on their stream today said today that Grounded 2 reached 3 million players. But the milestone seems bigger. According to Aaron Greenberg, the game has sold 3 million copies. Now hold on. I thought players were more important than sales. When they thought that Grounded 2 sold 3 million, they were excited. Why not be just as excited for 3 million players? Why not? They told us sales didn't matter, right? It's about players. It's about getting people to play your games. It's about engagement. You know, that engagement that you can take to the bank and say, hey, bank, I want to pay my mortgage this month with some engagement numbers. Imagine taking Grounded 2 to the bank and saying, I want to pay my mortgage because Grounded sold 3 million copies. Oops, my bad. It had 3 million players. Again, they changed their excitement with the way things move. They are very excited to see games selling on PlayStation very well and have no need to know what the players are. They're happy for the sales. Yet when it comes to Xbox, it doesn't matter about the sales. It's all about the players. God, it must be great to live in this world with this twisted and skewed view on everything. Oh, this was pretty funny. This was pretty funny. The Enzoi, the game that I was actually asking about, the game Enzoi, which I wasn't even super excited for, but I was my interest was piqued a little bit. And I was asking what the fuck ever happened to that game. And well, they popped up. They popped up on the timeline and they were like, hey, coming to PS5 in 2026, we're excited to announce that Enzoi is scheduled to launch on PlayStation 5 in 2026. And they made it their business. What up, Jez? They made it their business to say, our team is working hard to bring you the best possible experience on PS5. And they made sure that they left the caveat there. An Xbox release is also under consideration. Now keep in mind, Xbox won the console war. You heard it here. You heard it here. You heard it here. Xbox won the console war. Boomstick, or whatever the fuck his name is, he was very excited to let you know that they won the console war, bro. They definitely won it. They definitely won it. As a matter of fact, listen here. As a matter of fact, let's play it here one more time.
Blue versus green, it matters. You know, console war talk and conversation matters. It still does. I think the console war is over. You heard me say this yesterday. Not only do I believe it's over, I believe Xbox won. Xbox won because of what I said yesterday, and I'll reiterate it for the class that wasn't here. I believe Xbox won. Xbox won. I believe Xbox won. If it's over, I believe Xbox won. If it's over, I believe Xbox won. Why I believe it's over? I believe Xbox won. It's over. 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 It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. I believe Xbox won.
Bam. You heard it there. Mr. Broomstick said it's over, and Xbox won. Xbox won so hard that Enzoi, a game that is probably new, coming from Krafton, not really a hugely known game creator, right? They are considering putting their game on Xbox. They are considering putting their game on Xbox. They are considering putting their game on the platform that won the console war, according to Mr. Broomstick. And I think this was the guy who said that he was going to put over 1,000 hours into Crackdown 3. I think that was him. I might be wrong, but I do remember this guy, and I do remember his name popping up. I might be wrong on that, but I don't think that I am. I think that I heard him say that he was going to put like 1,000 hours into Crackdown 3. Has anybody verified whether or not Mr. Broomstick put 1,000 hours into Crackdown 3? Because it was Broomtastic, right? Broomtastic. Crazy. I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you guys right now, and I truly believe this. I believe at some point in time, the timeline of sanity flipped to whatever the fuck this timeline is that we're on now. This Xbox, this weird ass timeline that we're in, that we got cut. What do they call it? The Hating Collider or some shit like that. Whatever these motherfuckers have did, whatever they have done to put us in this situation and bring us to this weird ass timeline, bro, I'm ready to get the fuck off this timeline, bro. I don't want no parts of this shit, dog. Like, y'all can have this one, bro. Y'all can have this, bro. I really don't want any parts. This timeline is stupid, bro. This timeline makes no fucking sense. Up is down, left is right, in is out. Dog, I don't like this fucking timeline, bro. Please send me back to the timeline that I was on back in about 2004, bro. Send me back to that timeline. I understood that fucking timeline. This timeline, I don't understand, bro. I don't understand. For some reason, what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander. This is just a wild timeline, bro. Take me back. I want to go to sleep and I want to wake up and be back in the timeline that I understood, where decency was a thing, where people had respect and fucking morals. Bro, I never thought we would end up here, but here we are. But yeah, we're also living in a timeline where a person thinks that the console that has sold the least has won the war. The console that can't sell games on their own platform, but can sell their games when they go third party, makes them the winner of the console war. I don't make this shit up, dog. I don't make this is just where we've landed, bro. This is where we've landed. Yo, this is where we have landed, bro. We've landed on a timeline where this nonsense is acceptable, bruh.
And for a lot of people in this chat, blue versus green, it matters. You know, console war talk and conversation matters.
Yo, why does it look like this guy right here, right? Why does it look like this guy right here? Like, his soul is gone, bro. His soul is no longer there. Just look at him.
I think the console war is over. You heard me say this yesterday?
There is no soul in his eyes, bro. He is just there right now. He is just in the video. Like, you could tell he doesn't believe any of this shit, right? But look at this.
Not only do I believe it's over, I believe Xbox won. Xbox won because of what I said yesterday, and
the look on his face makes me think that the look on his face makes me think that the little voice in his head is saying, dog, this nigga's stupid as fuck, bro. That, I swear, that's this look. It's supposed to be a poker face. It's supposed to be a neutral face. But when I read his, just the facial expressions, when I read the non-expressiveness within his empty ass eyes, like, it tells me he thinks this guy is a fucking moron. It tells me he thinks this guy is stupid as hell, and he's not wrong. Shout out to XXX Copesanity. He said, it's the idiocracy timeline. Bro, you know what's so funny, bro? What is so funny is I've been telling people about that movie for so long. I've been telling people about this movie for ages. That movie is like The Simpsons show. That movie is like fucking South Park. That movie literally documented where we are right now to a fucking T. To a goddamn T. To a T. Bro, if y'all have not seen Idiocracy, Idiocracy is a free movie you can watch on YouTube. You type it in, you can watch it on YouTube for free. If you don't have YouTube Premium like me, then you'll be hit with ads, but fuck it, you can watch the movie for fucking free, bro. Y'all gonna watch that movie and you gonna get chills. You gonna be like, there's no fucking way. You're gonna be like, there's no way, bro. This is the weird timeline that we're on. We're on a timeline where there's no such thing as shame. There's no such thing as shame. When you say something stupid, you just double down in it. You just double down in the stupidness. You just, when you say something stupid, you say something even more stupid to top the stupid shit that you just said. And eventually it's so stupid that people don't know how to fucking take it. They don't know how to take it at this point. Because they understand you don't give a fuck about being dumb. They know that you don't give a fuck about being stupid. I can't even shame you because you have no shame. You have no shame. Dog, I would not want to be caught dead saying any of this shit. Or any of the stupid shit that I believe is just stupid as hell. Because, dog, I would feel so crazy if somebody seen that and like just asked me like, bro, you said that shit for real? Bro, you really said that? Like, I don't know what the hell going on, bro. I don't know what you talking about, man. I would deny it because you can't be this gullible. This man said, not only did he say Xbox won the console war, but then right after that shit, he said, because if you can't beat them, you join them. What?
Conversation matters. It still does. I think the console war is over. You heard me say this yesterday. Not only do I believe it's over, I believe Xbox won. Xbox won because of what I said yesterday, and I'll reiterate it for the class that wasn't here, that took the day off. They won because right now, 6 of the top selling games in Sony's top 10 are Xbox games. That's how you win the console war. Can't beat them, join them. And they did join PlayStation.
Wait, hold on. Wait one motherfucking second. Hold on. Wait a minute. So, when you're in a fight and you get punched in the face and knocked unconscious, if you wake up and become friends with that person who knocked you out, you've won. Because if you can't beat them, you join them. Did I get that? Wait, did I get that right? Wait. Did I get that right? So I got punched in the face, knocked unconscious, but they sprinkled some water on me. Right? They sprinkle some water on me, pick me back up, and when they pick me up, I shake their hand, and now I pay them 30% every time I see them, and I won? And I won? Ah, no. What up, Thrash? What is up, my friend? What is up, my friend? Nah, if you wanna slide through, brother. Slide through, brother. It wasn't supposed to be solo. It was just me going live, bro. I ain't been live in so long, nigga. I ain't been live in so long, bro. I was like, I gotta go long. I gotta go long and strong up in this thing. Hey, but I'm trying to understand. His logic. His logic is so incredible. No, so incredibly stupid that it is the most illogical thing that I've ever heard. And it's weird because he did it and nobody questioned it. I don't understand how they sit on who the fuck is Crispy Bomb? Who the fuck is a Crispy Bomb? And who the fuck is Fuzzy Belvedere? I don't think I've ever heard of these people in my life. The only one I've heard about is Mr. Broomstick, and it's only because every time I hear his name, it's because of something stupid he said. Oh shit, somebody getting fucked up.
No, that's my dog about to get fucked up.
Thrash out here getting knocked out. Remember,
No.
if you get knocked up, get back up and start paying niggas money, you won.
You see.
No, that,
You can hear me?
bruh.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you. That's what he said. That's what he said.
Wait.
He said he believes that Microsoft won the console war.
Oh, you talking about Boomstick? Yeah, what did he say? Because I didn't even get to. I just stepped in. I ain't watched
The
nothing.
nigga said that Microsoft, and there is no change in what he said. I'm telling you right now. He said Microsoft won the let me stop. Xbox won the console war.
Oh,
But let me tell you why.
hey.
Because
Right,
6 of the top 10 selling PlayStation games were published by Microsoft.
Oh.
No. But hold on. He didn't stop there. He didn't stop at that. He had to make sure that you knew he was fucking an idiot. He said, and I quote, because if you can't beat them, you join them.
Oh. Wait. Don't you say that when you lose?
Miss Paula said next
Wait, hold on. You finally get it. You finally understand it now.
Okay, reunion next week.
Oh.
He said all of this at the same time.
One day go. Hold on. My bad, bro. My wife over here trying to get me to do more work for everybody.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good, nigga. Hey,
you
pass
say?
me that. Can you give me a cup of ice? Hello, lady with the AirPods. Can you give me a cup of ice? And can you pass me the Remy 1732? What is it? 1768? I don't know what the fuck it is. Oh, this shit is 1738. What the hell are you talking about? It said right here. What you talking about? 1972.
Oh.
Hey, Thrash, bro.
Nah, tell me what the nigga was talking about.
All right. So I'll do you one better. Are you near a TV, or are you near a Can you switch your phone to video? I'll play. This clip is only 34 seconds.
Okay, hold on. Let me put it on my TV.
It is only 34 seconds, and when you hear it, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
These niggas have.
Let me know when you on. Let me know when you on it. Cause you got to hear this full and in effect. Raheem, shout out to Raheem. Linkhorn says cocaine is a hell of a drug. I've heard. I can't tell you for sure. I've never done it, sir.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead, run it.
All right, about to run this shit right now.
And for a lot of people in this chat, blue versus green, it matters. You know, console war talk and conversation matters. It still does. I think the console war is over. You heard me say this yesterday. Not only do I believe it's over, I believe Xbox won. Xbox won because of what I said yesterday, and I'll reiterate it for the class that wasn't here, that took the day off. They won because right now, 6 of the top-selling games in Sony's top 10 are Xbox games. That's how you win the console war. Can't beat them, join them. And they did join PlayStation. And
that's how you win the console. Oh, Lord.
They won the console war by profit sharing with Sony.
So the way you win is by
Giving
ignoring
your
your own
opposition
people
free money.
and giving your opposition your best games that other people have been waiting on or whatever, and taking the entire cost of making this game to sell PlayStation and making them making better versions of these games, mind you, for PlayStation, and that's how you win the console war. And motherfuckers wonder why Xbox is where it's at in the first place, and people watch these things, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
People
Yep.
watch these things.
Again, the only reason why I could think that you would watch these people is because you want to hear something to make you feel better about whatever the foolish choices are that you've made in life. So,
Yes.
unfortunately, that's all I can think of. But again, what he said, all it read to me is, hey, if you get into a fight and a person punch you in the mouth and they knock your ass out, when you wake up, you shake their hand and pay them a ransom. But you've won. But you've won.
Yeah, you won.
Because now you can walk down that street. You can walk down that street now without getting your ass beat up.
Yeah. You got the friends now. and apparently you're taking advantage of that friend, you know, by giving them all your stuff. You just stopped doing the one thing that you was trying your best not to do, and you started doing it because
you know what they call that in prison? They call that extortion. Nigga, every time you get something in, I want 30 of that. I want 30% of that.
Yep. Regardless. Yep. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing to be a winner nowadays. Because apparently there's no such thing as losing. So everybody, I guess, PlayStation lost, even though they broke records in sales and are selling more games on PlayStation than Xbox, making Microsoft wonder why they even have a console in the first place.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Oh, that's where we're at. So we're just trying to maintain our channels at this point. Because sooner or later they're going to say PlayStation is an Xbox and started calling it an Xbox. They maintain their Xbox channel name.
This guy has done some good drugs, bro. He's done some really good drugs. Shout out to Raheem Linkhorn. Once again, he says, Boomstick saying Xbox One is like saying the Cowboys gonna win it all every year. Bro, you know, there's some people who really think that the Cowboys are a good team.
Yeah. They do.
I'm dead ass. Hold on. I don't even want this to sound disrespectful to you Texans, because I know it's some Texans up in here. But I think that the Florida Dolphins is the worst fucking team on planet Earth. The worst. Bro, there was a joke down here in Florida that y'all probably never heard, but they say, if you ever want to leave your kids with anybody, you want to leave them with the Dolphins because they ain't whooping shit. I'm not even lying. If you live in Florida, you have heard that joke.
That's some deep trolling right there by Floridians.
Yo, dog, most people who vote for the Dolphins, they do it out of some patriotism shit, because they live in the fucking state. The Dolphins are a terrible team. They are a fucking terrible team, bro. Terrible team. You can't tell me one good thing about the Dolphins, bro. And I used to work with a nigga that was such a fan of the Dolphins. I'm talking about, he always bought season tickets. Bro, he had all the jerseys, the fucking hats, the gear and shit. And I always asked him, I said, dog, you buy all this every year. Why, dog? Because they never win. He like, yeah, man, but you know, that's my team, bro. I've been with them forever. I'm like, dog, sometimes you got to switch teams, my nigga.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to let it go. Really, you didn't do. Sometimes you just got to let that shit go.
You gotta let that shit go. Tua gave y'all some hope, man. We ain't gonna even talk about Tua, my nigga, because it's a wrap for Tua.
Yeah.
It's a wrap for Tua, my nigga.
We ain't even gonna talk about Tua.
Bro, why you ain't never tell me that Remy was so damn good, bro? Like I've been like
I don't drink Remy.
You don't drink Remy?
I do not drink Remy.
Remy is smooth, dog. You throw up.
That's why I throw up. I
never throw up, dog. It's smooth as shit.
Off of tequila, off of vodka, I'm good. I never threw up. Only on brown.
Let me tell you something. I've never thrown up ever. And it doesn't matter what the fuck I drink. I don't know if I got an iron stomach or some shit. I don't know what the fuck it is. I've thrown up off of eating cereal. I've never thrown up off of off of drinking liquor ever. But I will tell you one thing. Have you ever heard of a liquor called Ray and Nephews?
No, Ray and Nephews? No.
Ray and Nephews, bro. It's a fucking Jamaican rum, dog.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Bruh, when I say, because I was on vacation, bruh. We went to fucking Orlando and shit. So that's the reason why I've been kind of ghost, nigga. I've been chilling. But that Ray and Nephews, bruh, when I say I've never been that fucked up in my life, nigga. Bruh, I was so fucked up, nigga. I was going up the stairs, nigga, and I was holding on to that bitch for dear life, dog. I was holding on, because the only thing I could think in my head is, dog, if I let this shit go, dog, I'ma fall, bruh. And I'ma fall through the goddamn floor, nigga. Like, I was just on some, bruh, I was out of it, dog. That Ray and Nephews is fucking insane. They shouldn't even sell that. It should be illegal to sell that shit. Real talk.
Shit.
It should be illegal to sell that shit. And I've never said that shit about anything. And I'm talking about, I've sat and drunk full fucking bottles of Don Julio, nigga, Tito's, the bum juice. Y'all niggas know about the fucking bum juice, nigga. The Amsterdam, nigga. I call that the bum juice. Because that shit, you drink that and, bro, I swear I get a headache every time. That shit gives me a massive, I get a massive fucking headache, dog. I feel like I don't even be getting drunk, nigga. I just be getting a headache. I'm like, fuck that shit. Easy Jesus, E&J. Nah, you know, I don't think I ever drunk E&J. I don't think I ever drunk that shit. But yeah, that's what apparently the Xbox clan, these guys have been up to no good, bro. They've been up to no good, bro. And they've been spreading these vicious rumors about Xbox winning. And there's been nobody to refute them about Xbox winning. Since there was none of us around to refute, nigga, he just refuted it himself. He said, fuck it, I'll take care of it. I'll refute it myself, nigga. Xbox won 6 games from Xboxes on PlayStation. Because if you can't beat them, you join them.
You join them, and you win. Not only do you join them, you win by joining. Here's what happened. Niggas have been gone. Niggas have been. I haven't been paying attention to none of this shit. Nigga, I've been.
Yo, isn't it so great? Let me ask you. Isn't it so great when you fucking disconnect from this shit?
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah.
You realize how stupid all of this shit really is, dog.
No,
or at least me anyway. At least me anyway, dog. When I disconnect from this shit, I be like, dog, how the fuck I be in the middle of these bullshit? That's why, dog, certain conversations I just walk away from now, dog.